The time of this musical is pre-technology. There's not going to be any phones or TVs or any kind of things like that. Everything's going to be before television. So.
El panadero con el pan, el panadero con el pan, el panadero con el pan, el panadero con el pan. Tempranito va y lo saca calientito en su canasta para salir con su clientela por las calles principales y también la ciudadela y después a los portales, y el que no sale se queda sin el pan para comer.
We want to get down to the roots of Mexicano. Let me tell you what I know about the old poet. It took me a long time, I mean, well into this, a year and a half, almost 2 years into the process before I really discovered the importance of that character.
Siento que tú estás aquí.
So the old poet, I think he really emerges as the most important character in this musical. He's the narrator. The musical is a story of his life. And we never really know who he is. He's a very mysterious character, always there. Is he the young poet's father, mentor? Was he married to a Quetzal before that died or was killed? And in the end, he dies on the stage as everybody's celebrating life, you know, in that Mexican way where we celebrate death and accept the cycle of life. So that's who he is. And nobody in this musical is elite. This is about the real people of Mexico, not the poorest people, not the richest people, just the people. You know, you and me, relationships with everybody and nobody. And we never really know who or what he is. But he's the core of this whole piece. Really, the star of the show is Quetzal. And the thing with Quetzal, and it took me, I don't really understand women. I think that's one of my problems. But I think that can be flushed out by our artistic director, who understands women a lot better than me. So that's... She has to stand out from everybody else. She's the big star. You know, she's the female lead. And really, it's all about her, Quetzal. And all that I know about her is that she's very innocent. She's always been in, she's one of these girls that romanticizes about everything. And she romanticized about the poet and falling in love with the poet, which, if you think about it, is ridiculous. She's a parrot. But she fell in love and she was obsessed from a distance in a very sweet way. She's not an aggressive, not sexually, you know, hot, sassy. Sassy, she's a little sassy, frisky, friendly, healthy, and beautiful, and she can sing. She's got to stand out. When she comes on the stage, you should not be able to see anybody but her. I don't think we want to do like the Aztec thing. I think we just make it more almost like Mardi Gras, kind of, without looking like Las Vegas. But whatever you got to do with her, Now remember, with the headpieces, she has to be able to dance, and she don't want to be smacking Marco in the face with her feathers. But you know, we can do something. I like what you did with the mask, because that saves all the makeup. All that stuff takes hours to do the makeup. So that's beautiful. Anyway, that's Quetzal. And we'll just keep going. This is fun.
Y ruego por volverte a ver, tan bella como te soñé. Aquí te esperaré.
Who is El Poeta? El Poeta was modeled after a young dancer choreographer that I know in Mexico. So that's who he is. He's hopeful, healthy, sexy, like maybe the less clothes the better, show his chest. If he doesn't have a beautiful body, they're not getting the job. You know, whoever is El Poeta in the ballet's got to be the total package. Singing, dancing, good looking, everything, the whole thing. Very idealistic, romantic, a dreamer, dreaming of the impossible, and alone, always alone. Never could find the love of his life. Always looking, even though the love of his life was right around him, was right there, in front of him. In this case, Quetzal.
Cantando esta canción, aunque tú estés lejos de mí, completamente.
Also, he needs to stand out from the other characters. You know, in the ballet, well, the next section is corps de ballet. There's going to be 6 dancers, 3 male, 3 female. And they'll all be villagers in the first act. And then in the second act, they'll all come back as Quetzals. And that's why the masks, I thought, were brilliant. Because otherwise we had to have 2 sets of dancers so that the Quetzals could have all that eye makeup on. So that really helps that problem. They're not going to be dancing. They're going to always be in the bar on the left side of the stage, or coming out, drinking and all of that stuff, interacting with the dancers, but completely different. And those are just the people, and they're going to have the same costume from beginning to end. I love the lantern, because that could be used to open the second act as the old poet comes into the forest, the rainforest, where it's dark and mystical, and that lantern could be a wonderful lighting effect. I'd also like to have those smoke machines and have it all misty and mystical and mysterious. So those are all the characters. There's a lot of work, but I know you can do it. Act 1, we're in an old village square, you know, with the fountain in the middle or at the back or whatever. And I want you to think about that. On the audience's left side will be the cafe covered over, or the bar, where the singers will be hanging out. And then on the right side, I don't know, whatever, it's entrance to the forest or something. Don't matter. Maybe a tree. I don't know. You figure it out. Whatever you see. But the left side, kind of, you know what a bar looks like. Something simple. And then it could maybe be something that could be reversed. So on the other side, it becomes like an ancient temple or something in the forest. So the forest has that hints of ancient Mayan culture. You can make it all work. The whole thing has to be an organic, fluid, mystical work of art, a moving painting. And I know you can do it. I see it in you. I have no doubt.